You're tuned into news across the galaxy where they talk all things LA Galaxy with the NAG Boys. Let's start nagging.
Now we're supposed to sit here and talk about the LA Galaxy, but we're really going to sit here and talk about a team with someone who puts on the gloves, has a pretty face, yet everyone here in NAG Studio rather get on that submarine than trust him in the air. Whoa. And then there's that guy chosen by the soccer god himself, yet that number's too heavy for him. Bad enough he carries all that extra weight around. Maybe that's why he can't get off the bench. And then there's the cool guy, the guy with the dreads, the guy that makes everyone laugh on Twitter, but yet he makes the other teams laugh while he's on the field. Whoa. And then our hero, the hope, the guy with all the facts, but now the only fact is that he's letting all G fans down. Aww. But there's one show that can still make the Galaxy entertaining. And everybody, say it with me.
News across the galaxy. Yeah.
Yeah. That was late, Chewy.
Damn it.
Welcome to News Across the Galaxy. We talk all things LA Galaxy. My name is Eddie.
Eddie Knight.
Eddie Knight. As always, I got Brian here next to me. Chewy, you can change the camera. Thank you.
Yo, what up? What up?
I was waiting for Nala to get up.
Nala's chilling. What's up, Nala?
Nala's here too. Yeah. See?
Yeah.
We got Edgar, someone over there in Nicaragua.
Actually, I'm down here in Denver. You see, it was storming, and we got the Galaxy on one side. We got the Rapids on the other. Like Battle of Titans right here. We're talking about, man.
Those are like
crazy.
Those had to be like action figure size the way that game went.
I mean, seriously, these guys are freaking scary. Look at them. They got creating like weather patterns and shit. Fuck. Nah, dude. There was more of a battle between me and my anxiety doing that promo than there was in that game yesterday. And we got Willis back-to-back weeks. Am I right?
Back to back.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And early birthday shout out because we're not gonna get to shout him out live. Chuyaso, 4th of July creeping up. What up, Chewy?
What up?
Birthday Chewy.
Toda madre.
And that's a clue of what we're doing for
Chewy's birthday.
Chewy's birthday. Oh, wait, actually.
Definitely not cutting horrible promos.
Oh, that's not it? You sure?
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Money
I didn't see you do any better. I didn't see you guys try.
Well, maybe next time.
Shit. You know, I should have definitely looked at the topics. I was over here trying to focus not to fuck up, but let's see what we got here. I know for a fact the number one thing, the positive we'll start with here is congrats to the baby G's, huh?
Yeah,
the
baby
U17.
Yeah. Yep. MLX next champs.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say I keep up with them, you know, all season long, but that's got to be promising in what they're doing with the youth academy, right?
Yeah. We've gotten told that there's been a youth program that's been revamped by Vanny as soon as he came in. So it seems like this is the payoff of that, whatever it is that Vanny did with the youth system, or what the Closet did with the youth system. So it's pretty encouraging, especially since there's nothing to really cheer about with the LA Galaxy right now. In this moment, seeing these young men and even before this happened, they were singing support group songs in their bus, and that's how bought into the culture they are. That's how much it means to them to wear this uniform and to go out there and perform and become your MLS Next Pro champions.
Talking about chants and the culture, did you guys see the footage of the Galaxy's senior team after doing chants for the Special Olympics team?
Nah,
You haven't seen the footage?
Oh,
No.
what?
That's pretty
that's
cool.
tight.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
pretty
that's
dope.
cool. I didn't get to see that.
I mean, you had like Brugman and Costa. They were
Yeah.
all of them were out there.
that's dope.
That's tight.
Yeah. And Costa was
Good for them.
chewing on a pizza, but he was out there.
It's all good.
Who
Something
else
is
but
something.
Costa?
And I want to say that maybe there may or may not have been a couple G's that went to the airport to receive the young men in return home after becoming champions, which is really cool. If you're they're the U17s, right?
Yeah.
If you're a teenager coming back after winning a title in which they put their heart and soul into it, I got to catch the end of it, so I got to see them celebrate. You can see the kids crying, dude. I remember those youth tournament days, right? A loss was super hurtful. Imagine winning one of those. And just to maybe see some fan support at the airport waiting for you, that's kind of dope. That's a burnt in memory for life, especially for these kids who, like I said, put on that jersey and they play for it. It's beautiful.
Oh, that's really cool. I had no idea that was happening. We, as a podcast, should have made an effort to go, but Brian didn't bring it to our attention. So thank you for sharing that information with us.
You're welcome.
Yeah. All right. Let's actually
Spike the
get
Lee of NAG.
we're actually gonna get to a game quick because we actually have two games this week, right? I think
Yep.
the earlier one during the week there's more to talk about in that one than there is
This weekend win.
the weekend one, because I mean I had one eye open during most of that match, right? You know what that was? It was two teams in the bottom of the table, playing each other. You know what that game felt like? Two teams in the bottom of the table playing each other. That's exactly what that game felt
Well,
like.
let's talk about that midweek one then before
Yeah,
we
sure.
fall asleep
So-
at the end of the show.
On Wednesday, the Galaxy were at home versus SKC, a team that is seemingly getting it together, but I think lately, actually, not so much. But when they were coming in to play us, it seemed that way. But there was one important thing besides the game going on. It was Wednesday, June 21st, which basically marked the comeback for all supporter groups and
Yes, sir.
basically putting an end to the boycott officially.
Yeah, officially.
And there was a lot of energy. It didn't sell out. It's Wednesday. It's tough. Both teams are bad, so it's understandable that it's wasn't going to sell out.
Yeah.
22,000, but the energy felt
You felt it.
it felt pretty electric.
Yeah, 100%. Just seeing everybody back and the joy in their face, being able to be at a game after so long and going through so much and sacrificing their time by staying home. It was cool, man. I got to see a lot of people and was really happy about it. I seen Edgar too. He was there pretty happy too.
Oh yeah, we made Edgar happy.
Yeah. How did that happen, sir?
Edgar was like, "Hey, what's up, guys? Shut up!" Bloop, 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 bloop. He hit the ground running, didn't you, Edgar?
Yeah, man, that was nice. It's like, here, have one. I'm not done. Here, have another one. Finish mine,
Another?
too.
Here you go.
Hurry,
I need to
hurry,
go
hurry,
pee.
another
What? You
one.
want more beer? Oh,
You want more beer to pee later? Perfect. Yeah, it was a good ambiance. Just everybody being there was pretty cool. I didn't get there in time to hear the band, the Tamborazo band. I don't know if you got there before that. Any of you guys?
I heard it from a distance.
Yeah, I got there right as they were kicking off, and it's a whole different vibe.
Yeah.
I remember I told you guys that I went to a game earlier this season where I heard sounds coming from the Lars paddock, and I was like, wait a minute, did something happen that I didn't hear about? And I get there, it was Armenian like Heritage Day at the stadium. There was like a large group of Armenian people just partying, having barbecue, and just eating all kinds of yummy food. And I was like, oh, okay. But it's one thing to rent out the paddock to, it's a pretty good cause, right? Armenian Heritage Day. But it's another thing to see the paddock filled with the people who actually make it what it is. It's the Lars paddock, right? And it wasn't just Lars people. There was all kinds of people there, and it was just amazing atmosphere. People were trying to describe what it felt like. I'll tell you what it felt like. To me, it felt like a playoff atmosphere because there was like some electricity in the air. People were hugging each other, and it was like they hadn't seen each other in months, some of them. And there was even people that drove all the way down from Apple Valley, if you don't want to believe that. So kudos to everybody for coming down. And, we were worried about maybe there would be some issues, but for the most part, at least I haven't heard anything. Everybody was just there to have a good time.
Yeah, that was beautiful. And on the weekday, Wednesday, 22,000 is kind of...
It's good.
It's way more
I
things.
mean, don't
It's a Wednesday
sugarcoat
game,
it.
man.
Don't sugarcoat it. It's a Wednesday game with two bad teams.
Yeah.
And 22,000 people still showed up.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I'm not...
Shout
I'm
out
not
to
mad at
everybody that I
Yeah.
saw, or I saw but I wasn't home.
Hey, shout out to Nala to make an impression of us during the Saturday game.
Oh, the Saturday game?
We're not there yet, Nala.
Great impression, Nala.
Oh, we can't see her.
You're lost, bro. It's kind of like this.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, and just like Edgar, kind of got there a little late, so we didn't really get to make our rounds. I heard the music, I heard the DJ, I heard the tamborazo, I heard the DJ on ACB side. We met up with some friends in the parking lot. They were having their barbecue, so obviously we got to go over there, and that was cool. They were barbecuing in the back of their truck. Shout out to Moy. The guy catches his own fish. Crazy.
That is crazy.
Oh, what?
Zombie apocalypse,
it was,
bro. I'm gonna
It
go.
was delicious, man. Good stuff.
Zombie
River
apocalypse. We're
monsters.
gonna go look for him, bro, to survive because
He knows how to fish.
I have enough trouble with self checkout in the market. So, but
yeah, it was cool.
but I'm actually totally lying. I didn't get there right before kickoff. There's a reason why we went in early. Should we be good? Nope. Almost. So I'll stall.
What?
So we found out that the LA Galaxy was gonna put our photo up from winning the tournament, the Community Cup.
Oh
tournament.
yeah.
And that was pretty cool, man. It's like I always thought like somebody in the future was gonna buy me like a birthday wish, and that's how I was gonna make it on the
screen.
on the jumbotron, or an awkward moment where me and Brian making the kiss cam, and we're like, "Fuck, what should we do?" And then
Or a blooper.
oh shit! But yeah, once Chewy gives me the thumbs up, we'll put that footage up real quick because that was pretty cool.
I had totally forgot that was gonna happen for the game.
You'll hear my voice. I'm all excited. I feel like a little kid.
Hey, I would too. What the fuck? That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Shout out to a couple of people tagged. I don't know if they tagged us or it's NAG, but individually they tagged us. So
We'll see. It's kind of ready.
okay, it's kind of ready. So this is across the galaxy. If it
we'll
works,
do-
it works. It doesn't.
We'll do kind of wordy. I'm
I'll
good with
fix
kind
it
of wordy.
if it needs fixing.
All right,
Go
there we
for
go.
it.
So check it out. This is what happened.
Hey, who's that on the screen right there?
Wow, that was amazing.
That was anticlimactic. I'm sorry.
That was something.
What the fuck? Got another probe on my heart.
There's no audio in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
There is?
Yeah, but I think when you cut it from the
No, just
WhatsApp
download it.
desktop, it doesn't work too well.
All right, there we go.
Anyway, if you're listening to this in the audio later, make sure to go.
Hey, who's that on the screen right there?
Oh, look at him go. Look at, there's still 19 minutes to the game. a boy. Look at that fan to the left taking pictures of us too. No, I didn't know that guy.
That was cool.
Yeah.
It looks Photoshop, but it's real.
It's real. I'm not that good at Photoshop yet.
Or holding the camera.
Or holding the
apparently.
camera.
Oh, that's messed up.
Yeah, that's why I got rid of the black leather couch. It just wasn't gonna happen.
Oh, yeah.
But
By the way, guys, there's something that needs to be pointed out too. Is that whoever is currently in charge of Galaxy social media, especially after the Klein out thing, they've been doing a very good job of reaching out to a lot of fans, maybe trying to mend some damaged bridges. I don't know, burn bridges, but some people have noticed. I don't know if you've seen that on social media, but some people on social media have said, "Wow, whoever is doing this, they're really going the extra mile to try and rebuild that camaraderie, that relationship you felt with the team, that connection." It's one of the things that we talked about, right, guys? That during this whole time with Klein, especially in the last few months, it felt like there was kind of like a major disconnect. It seems like somebody's trying very hard to fix that right now, which is always a good thing.
I 100% agree with that, especially since we put it on here that a lot of the hate that those LA Galaxy posts were receiving were towards an innocent admin who was probably just trying to post whatever he was told to post. And then now it seems like it's more purposely done to post what they post.
Well, the the person in charge of social media was put in that role without wanting it.
Well, that's even more impressive.
So yeah, it's more of a don't fuck it up. I was talking to the person this past game, and they were telling me like,
If we have a microphone right there,
it's very
do not.
very stressful from what the last person was going through.
I could imagine. And all the
Well, yeah.
the
You got
hateful
Klein back
notes.
there, so.
I bet you're fucking ugly, admin. Damn, it's not even what the fuck, bro.
Happy. It'll be like,
Yeah.
happy birthday, Brian. Fuck Klein, no. Fuck you guys.
Fuck you, admin. G's up.
I hate you, bees. I hate you, bees.
I was like, damn, bro. Pobrecito.
I know, dude. All the bombardment of
Seriously.
mean words. You guys are mean.
Serio. Oh, Jesus.
I bet your breath smells. Damn, it's fucked up, bro. I didn't know that.
Hashtag Klein out.
Yeah.
Anyway, there was a game on Wednesday.
Oh, shit, there was. There was a game on Wednesday. So, the LA Galaxy, as I mentioned, took on the Sporting Kansas City. And we came out with the following lineup. Jonathan Bond in goal. Jonathan Spirit Airlines Bond. Calagari at right back. Cáceres and Mavinga at center backs. Due to Jalen Neal being away with the U.S. men's national team.
Hey.
Julian Aude out left back. We had our center mids as the best in the league, Delgado Brugman and Ricky Puig in the middle. At right mid, Douglas Costa, Tyler Boyd at left mid, and one Preston Judd at the solo forward position due to obviously Chicha's injury, and now, for this game at least, Dejan being away with national team duty.
Yeah.
So, looking at this lineup, I think we had a chance to speak on it the Sunday before. If I remember correctly, I don't think there was much confidence.
Going into this game? No. I don't think so. Did any of us say we were going to lose
pretty
this
confident.
game? Yeah? I don't think any of
Yeah.
us picked us to lose this game, though.
No,
I did.
I said that they were going to come out for a win. That's what I said.
And
I thought we were going to lose
yeah,
because of what SKC have been doing the last couple games. If you look at their last couple games, they've been playing better. They got Alan Polido back. Peter Vermees has them believing again, and sure enough, they got themselves out of the last place and basically put us there.
They hit us with the old Uno reverse card.
Fuck. Draw 4.
Oh.
Damn, what a jerk.
yeah, and a team who is inspired right now to try to make that push into a 9 spot, which should be accessible for most teams that actually want to try,
That aren't the Galaxy.
that aren't the LA Galaxy or the Colorado Rapids. But aside from that, it was, it's a tough team coming in, especially because I think they lost last minute against our noisy neighbors during the weekend, right? So they want to come in here and steal some points.
And that's what gave me less confidence too. The fact that they were coming off a loss.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, fuck, they're gonna take it out on us.
But I mean, I didn't think so before. But it didn't take too long for Alan Pulido to get on the board. And
not even look. Honestly, it didn't take long for me to feel even worse about the game. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like the first 10, 15 minutes was just like, fuck, we're getting played off the field, like really bad.
Yeah.
Like we were going to get killed, I thought.
Yeah, well, I think they had like 3 chances the first 10 minutes.
At kickoff?
Yeah.
Like, how'd they get 3 shots? It hasn't even kicked off yet.
It was some of that. And, well, when you're the away team, you're expected to absorb the pressure for that first 15. And with Kansas City in this game, it was the total opposite. They put the pressure on the LA Galaxy. And then as soon as Alan Pulido scored in that, 12th minute?
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Even
here we
then-
go. It's going to be a long game.
Even then, look at the Pulido goal. He was completely by himself.
It was a nice pass, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it was
it
a nice
just-
pass.
What's up, Edgar?
I just I felt that that's a situation where you really were missing somebody like Jalen Neal. Yeah, you look at the goal, and Mavinga is the only reason that Pulido was onside. He didn't stick with the line, and the line moved up. He just stayed there. And Jalen Neal, he has the wherewithal to do that, and it just shows that one, this is why Mavinga isn't in starting lineup. Number one, and number two, just lack of playing time in a game time situation, and it really hurt us. That's the one thing that I saw. And this is where it's great that Neo is in the Gold Cup squad, but man, to get a Jalen Neal there, I don't think that would have happened. I think Pulido would either been offside or he wouldn't have made that run. That's that.
But I mean, at that point, Edgar, you're the one that said you thought they were going to win. At that point, did your feelings change?
Well, obviously, I felt like there was so much positive energy in the stadium, and we all expected LA Galaxy to come out feeding off that energy and try to generate something, and this was just like a punch to the gut. You're like, Kansas City's like, we don't give a fuck about your homecoming, take this. and in the stands, you're like, ooh, damn it. Hopefully, our guys can figure something out. No Chicha, no Jovic. Come on, John.
The way you said it is kind of the way I think the energy was. Come on, Judd.
Come on, somebody. It didn't. I mean, spoiler
Do
alert.
something.
Spoiler alert. Preston Judd scores later on, but before that, yeah, I don't. But was he getting any type of service in that first half?
He was. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Before
And-
that,
and-
that 1-0
and
came in.
I'll tell you right now. If anything, he's a hot topic for the second game.
Yeah, for the second game, yeah.
Sure.
Because I want to say that in the first game, you seen him still trying to break lines. I don't think Ricky finds him soon enough. He definitely doesn't find him in the second game this weekend. So in the first half, before Cáceres scored, I don't know if Preston Judd was put in any position for him to actually give us a tie or put us up ahead.
But the thing is, like with Preston, they're hard workers, like Preston and Dejan. But I think Dejan and Preston have the same problem, and it's kind of crazy the fact that they were watching someone like Chicha practice. Like, these guys are like put their head down and run. Like, they never change directions. They never, have the defender look over the shoulder and then change direction. They're always like, oh, I'm running this way and I'm gonna keep running this way. And that's what they both do. And that's why even when Chicha doesn't necessarily have a number 10 to feed him. It's easier to find him because he finds his own space. But these guys, they don't create their own space.
Well, Chicha is a finisher in the six. You know, you put him in there, and he's gonna find any kind of little rebound or a little bump. Like you said, he creates some space, enough to get that split second to get a shot off. And Judd and Jovic, they're not those types of forwards. We've seen how Jovic scores his goals. I've mentioned it before. He's the kind of guy that usually you give him the ball at the top of the 18, and he'll take a defender one-on-one, or he'll try to figure out to create nothing. I mean, something out of nothing. We've always said that he creates something out of nothing. Judd is a little bit different. Judd is more of a guy that I noticed he makes diagonal runs, whereas how you Eddie, you said that you put your head down and run. Jovic has been doing that. He just makes these vertical runs. I feel like Judd is he does a little bit more. He does like vertical runs. Diagonal runs where he'll be in the outside and he'll cut in, or he'll try to do something a little bit different. So it's not exactly the same thing as a Dejan Jovic, but definitely he's lacking. I would say the accuracy to get his shots off. He did get a chance early. I remember sometime in the first half where the ball was fed to him and he was chasing after it, and for some reason or other he didn't take off with the ball. Instead, he kind of like slowed down a bit, and then defenders caught up to him and they stripped him. And it reminded me of our good buddy Kevin Cabral. But I just felt like Judd, he's there's something there. He's a big dude. He's strong. He's got some tools. It's like a diamond in the rough. So hopefully this
Very rough. Very rough.
will give him that he'll figure things out, because it's one thing to do it in practice with your own guys. It's another thing to go out and play against grown men in this league. So hopefully, we'll see a different Judd.
Well, how about this? He can be the next Dejan, because what if we need to make that trade and now Dejan is more tradable for someone?
Yeah, man, you putting everybody on the block, bro.
I am, bro. You hear my fucking
We
promo?
talked about it last week. We mentioned even I said it. I was the one who brought it up. I was like, if it comes to it, put Dejan on the block, man.
You would have to. I mean,
Okay, well, that's one less forward you got, though. And so you're going to be depending on Judd.
We would need a camp.
We already are.
We mentioned what? Driussi?
Yeah, but that's going to be our only, him and Bibu are going to be
Yeah,
only,
but
only
Bibu-
forwards.
No, I don't know. It would be like
If you
a
trade
package.
Jovic, yeah, that's going to be your only forward.
No, but it'd be like a package though. Like we
The
trade
thing
him.
about
and-
Bibu
Unless
is
you're
a
trading for a
temporary.
forward.
That's why.
Bibu's only temporary.
Ah.
He can't be on an MLS contract. He's just like a temporary thing. He has to. I think
Yeah,
he
he's
play
only
like 2 or 3
3
games,
Yeah.
and then he has to go back.
Yeah, only 3 games. And he played
3
back to back.
games.
Well, he played with the G's, and then he played today with the G2s.
Oh, he did play today. I saw the lineup.
Vivo too. Vivi.
Vivi as well. So did Saldana.
Yeah.
They all played.
They should have put what's his name, Jovic in there to get his legs back.
Damn.
Over Dejan. He left them over there in Serbia.
Did he go to a horse race with that Denver guy?
in a what race?
That's what I heard. I heard
Horse
that he ran out to go find Nikola Jokic.
To horse race?
He owns he does horse racing, or he owns horses.
Yeah, he does.
All right.
Yeah, were we joking about that at the game? I think,
Yeah.
Chewy.
Yeah.
We were like, what if Galaxy wins some kind of championship, and then during the championship celebration, you see Dejan coming out of a horse, galloping out of the tunnel, and going around the stadium.
That'd be fucking
That'd be
With a
tight.
trophy.
Damn.
dope.
I didn't realize you guys were that drunk. Win a championship? Get the fuck out of here.
Win the championship.
I believe the horse won the championship.
12 minutes later.
Anyways, that's enough horsing around.
12 minutes later.
At least we didn't beat it this time.
Yeah,
Damn.
Bryant.
Not yet.
Brian Torres.
Not
Bryant's
yet.
Poor horse.
Wait till the weekend game.
The horse has made it back.
You leave Seabiscuit out of this.
What is Seabiscuit short for? It's not a joke. Just one.
Oh.
Anyways, 12 minutes later, gotta give credit when it's due. Yeah, maybe there's a bit of poor defending, but what a fucking ball
Yeah.
by Douglas Costa.
Douglas Costa, huh? Summer Costa is finally here.
No, he's not.
Well, it's been 3 games.
So what you're saying is he had a good game. Okay, cool.
He had an okay game.
Yeah, he had a good game. I think he had a good game.
Yeah, and that pass showed it. It showed his class. It showed what we thought he was going to come do when he... Well, we didn't want him here to begin with. But we said if he could give us a flash of what he was in Juve or in Bayern, then we'd be all right.
Yeah.
And that pass right there showed it. And not just that pass. His previous games, he's been more than all right. I guess Brazil is scary to go back to.
That's the title for a show. Whenever we win, it's going to be more than all right.
Yeah. It's more than all right.
Hey, those alimony checks, man, they'll open your eyes.
Yeah. Check
You know what really stands out about Costa's performance is that we're not used to seeing this because he's doing more than like the bare minimum, which is what he usually does. He shows up, does a bare minimum, and maybe he's not in a good mood. He'll like knock some fool out and then get red carded. But he's actually been doing a little bit more.
He's
But
participating
he doesn't
with the
do
team
it. He
activities.
doesn't do it from whistle to whistle though. He does it like in moments throughout the game where he'll be like, all right, I'm gonna sprint up the field and kick a ball into space and earn my pay for the day. And
Hey, man, he's
like,
trying to
everybody's
find
like-
that $1 million contract, wherever he goes.
I mean, at this point, that's
Yeah.
that's kind of what we
I mean,
can ask. All we can ask for.
we all know he's probably not coming back, right?
No.
He's not coming back. So he's like, well, let me try to pad my resume a little here.
Yeah. He still has to play for his next contract, whether it's here or somewhere else.
Oh yeah, because
I think he prefers
those
somewhere else.
all those games he's played with the Galaxy and all the games he hasn't played, I'm sure that value went down big
Yeah.
time. Like nobody wants to pay million, right? Like nobody will pay $1 million for him. Not with the performance he put.
The funny thing is, we joke about the whole Brazil thing, but there isn't that easy option to go home no more either.
No?
Well, that's a real thing. I think he is. This is what happens after that whole legal issue. I think it's in his head already, or maybe they've already told him like straight up, like, "Yo, we're gonna deport your ass if you don't start playing." So I mean, as an organization, if you feel taken advantage of, you're gonna be straight up too, right?
Balls on our court,
Yeah, exactly.
We're thinking about buying you out. He's probably oh fuck that shit.
Wait, no. Oh, you said play. Oh, I thought you said
I could do that. I could play. Play for a half.
So,
On
hold
the
on,
chat.
I thought we had PTO days. What? That wasn't it?
Party time off?
On the chat, Spenny says Saudi clubs, baby. Maybe Galaxy could send
they'll
them
pay
over
Yo,
to
not
Saudi
even the
clubs.
Saudis, though. They'd be like, nah.
They'll
hell no.
pay
Give me-
for
give me
it,
that
but I don't
some
think they'll
Saudi
pay
money,
for a lot
baby.
of it.
We could actually cross somebody off the list too. By the way, Firmino's gonna go to Saudi Arabia.
Ah, no.
Oh, man. Well,
They're taking
Damn it,
everybody.
Saudis.
Fucking
they got
what's
the
his-
money for it.
What's
Good
his
for
name?
them.
Damn it, I'm blanking out. Chelsea, Mendy. Sorry, Mendy's going to Saudi Arabia too.
Kane.
Mendy.
Mendy's going.
Goalie?
Yeah, Mendy's going, and then so is
Goalie?
Conte. Conte win already, right?
Benzema's
Conte
out
won
there.
already.
The Chelsea Koulibaly is going.
Relax, guys. Edgar's restarting.
I know he froze for a second.
Yeah.
I saw the little wheel turning on his head.
Anyway.
They're taking everybody.
Yeah.
They have the money for everything.
They do have the money for
and
that,
now
though.
Firmino, bastards.
Get paid
that's
for
some
1 year?
drug money out there, bro.
Yeah, I
You know,
think
the whole thing with
MLS
Messi-
put all
the
their
Messi-
resources on Messi, so I don't think they have enough money for anybody else.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the Messi effect is being felt a little because I caught online that St. Louis City actually had they were aspiring to get Firmino and then they didn't and then they were like pretty upset about it. They're like, damn it, we didn't get him. Oh, let's just focus on the guys that we have now. We're okay.
Yeah, but also respect to the league not to pay absurd amounts for players that aren't worth it because that's why they're going over there. Like someone like Firmino isn't gonna get what he's getting over there here at MLS, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, shout out to the league for not being stupid about it either.
100%. Because you also want to bring all-stars that are going to perform to that all-star caliber. You don't want to just bring in let's say, an Eden Hazard, and he's injured the whole year, and you paid stupid amounts of money for him, just like every other club has. You don't want to do that. At least with Messi, he could somewhat stay healthy. And in this league, I'm pretty sure it's a cakewalk for him. So it's not going to be as demanding for his body and as taxing, unless he plays on turf. We had that talk on turf.
We're also going off track here.
Oh, yeah, that's true. There is a game.
There's a game we got to finish up here. So where were we at? The goal by
Martin
Cáceres?
Cáceres.
Go by Martin Cáceres.
Good finish too, by the way. It's the simple. It's I guess easier said than done, but that's like your best bet is putting a cross goal because the goalie's already, his momentum's already taken him one way, so he didn't necessarily have to kill that ball. He just put it across goal. So good finish by Cáceres too. Now tied as our leading scorer. Fuck, it's sad. And then after that, the game felt a little more balanced. I know Kansas had one or two more chances, but it started to balance out a little bit. I still didn't feel like there was a win in there. I don't know if you started feeling that way again, Edgar, because you're the one NAG boy that.
No, I still felt like this is in the bag. I think that Galaxy is still feeding off the energy from the crowd because it wasn't one of those things where the crowd was loud at the beginning and then just kind of simmered. No, that energy, you could tell these people hadn't been to a game in a while. I'm talking not just the supporters, but some of the fans that actually participated in the boycott, because it's one thing to fill up the supporter sections. Like, we saw they were empty, right? It's another thing to fill up the rest of the stadium, that was the case. So everybody was like pumping up the team and cheering and screaming. And it felt like, okay, they could do this. They could finish strong. And then something happened in the blink of an eye that completely changed the season down in the defense.
Well,
no,
actually,
that happened. That happened way later
in the end.
Because I was already in the tunnel.
But that happened before the goal, though.
No, it didn't.
Before the Kansas City goal?
No, it didn't.
Before the Kansas City goal, yes. But Judd scored.
Oh, before the Kansas one, yeah. Sorry, but we skipped Judd's second goal.
Sorry, I'm sorry, I got ahead. I'm just thinking about how things went sideways. Yeah. But if you want to talk about that goal, a lot of people have been giving Judd a lot of credit for that. But to me, my opinion,
I know
there's some luck involved.
That was Ricky Puig.
Yeah,
that was all Ricky Puig.
No,
and
the finish
just
was
happened
weird
to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, and then to what Willis is saying, the finish is kind of lucky. I don't know. I can't say for certain. I felt like he did that.
Do you think he meant to do that?
I say no.
100%.
You think so?
I say no.
I say no as well.
Dude, a forward is a forward because you score however you can score.
This is Preston.
Does it come out perfect? No. But I think he was struggling the whole day. Not struggling, but working hard to try to get a goal.
Nah.
And he got it there. You got to give him credit for that.
He got under the ball, dude.
I think he did what Puig gave him a beautiful pass, and if he wanted to, he could have placed it with his foot. He decided to make it a little bit more dramatic and go for that header. He hit it just right. I mean, he hit it with a little bit more momentum. That thing's over the crossbar.
Yeah,
but
that's what I mean.
That's
right.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Out of all his options, that was the most difficult finish. So
that's not the exactly
for the photo, baby. Option. For the photo,
nah, he wanted to put it on frame. That's what he wanted to do. He did not meant to fucking chip the keeper with the top of his head. I think he dove. He wanted to bullet it across the goal.
I think he wanted to hit it like that.
Because think about it. Even in that position, you're not going under the ball. What you're trying to do is just kind of hit it to where it goes either to the left or to the right. That's not even your first option to go under the ball.
I mean, have you guys ever played forward before? I was a forward at once. And let me tell you, when you first start playing forward, you're like, okay, I'm gonna either blast the ball in there or place it, right? Pass it into the net. And then as you play more and more and more, and people start finding ways to filter the ball to you, whether it's to through balls or they whip it in there from across, you start to discover that you can score goals off your face, off the side of your head, off your butt, off your back. You know, you lying on the ground and you just happen to like hit it with your nose.
Anything
You start
goes.
you start to discover these different ways of scoring it. And I bet you a judge like, all right, I'm gonna hit it with my foot. Oh hell no, let me die. Hit her.
He
Boom.
did his best impersonation of Van Persie. So you leave him alone.
Look.
That goal was amazing.
Great job, great finish. You got
Yeah.
the goal.
Don't hate on it, bro.
But it wasn't on purpose.
It was on purpose. I'm gonna ask him. Let me text him.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be like, no.
It
He's
was
gonna be like,
purposely on accident.
yes, I
I'll
closed
give you
my.
that.
He's really gonna tell you, I closed my eyes and I just had her the fuck out of it.
He just
Don't
goes
matter.
by.
It was his goal.
It was his goal.
Congratulations, man.
Shout out him, but also the fucking pass by Ricky. God,
Yeah,
damn.
what a pass, man. What a pass.
Ricky. Riquísimo on that one.
He's trying to make these passes happen. He's trying to make them happen. He's trying to make and then finally one goes through and it goes for a goal and yeah. Nice.
We know he has these type of passes with him. It's just sometimes he forces them, and sometimes he doesn't find them
Lot
early enough.
Lately, he forces it a lot. let's
Yeah,
be
too
blunt
much.
about it.
Too much.
Sometimes instead of doing the simple ball, he tries to do that.
Yeah.
You know, it's silent. You're just like, fuck. Come on, Ricky.
Yeah, I mean the goal was scored in the 64th.
But you know what Preston Judd did do on purpose? Good awareness when he caught him that breakaway and he played it across to Tyler Boyd.
Oh, my God,
yeah.
Tyler!
Oh my
Man.
That was to seal the game. That one right there would have sealed the game.
That was the game right there.
Yeah, and I saw the second half on replay because I don't remember the second half at the stadium.
Why not?
I was just too pumped, bro. I was just too
should have
pumped.
seen right after the game, boy.
So the second half, I want to say the LA Galaxy was way more dominant than Kansas City, and in that second goal, I think the buildup was pretty cool. In that one that Boyd missed, the buildup on that one was pretty solid as well.
Yeah.
And it seemed like we were catching them pretty solid off the counter. Or am I tripping saying that?
No, we're doing good. Well,
Nah,
you also,
you're right.
you also
Correct.
have to understand that Kansas went for it too.
Yeah.
You know, Johnny Russell came in and changed the game in more than one way. So,
Yeah.
and you know that's why we found ourselves with a couple chances. Ricky also that outside shot
Yeah.
that he curled, and for a second I thought it went in.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yes.
Man. We had 2 chances to put him away.
So the LA Galaxy had the chances to put these guys away.
Damn it,
At
Tyler!
home.
I'm still mad at you. I'm looking at it right now.
You know,
Yeah.
it happened. I mean, we're gonna talk about it. It happened again yesterday, but there's been several times now where Tyler Boyd finds himself in a position to score a goal. I'm saying these are sitters, but just a position to score a goal, and for some reason or other, he either misses or something weird happens, and you can't put the ball in the net. And for as much as we give him credit, like that Boyd is nice, and we want him to do well. There's times when that happens, and you're like, "Oh no, damn it!"
Man.
I think
is the
we'd be
difference
having more of a
between
fit.
playoffs or not.
Yeah, we'd be having more of a fit if he was DP. I'll tell you that much. I think he's not. And that Boyd's still
He's
nice.
not.
And that Boyd's still nice.
That Boyd's still
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
That boy's still nice.
But let's get to what Edgar was talking about a little earlier. Man,
Knee to knee, dude.
this season,
Salados, están salados.
yeah,
Cap. Oh my God.
everyone.
Es que sí da cosa. Like, bro.
Everybody after the game was like, necesitan una limpia. Somebody bring the sage, el brujo, or something.
Alguien rastra
whatever."
los
Bring the
huevos.
huevo. Come on.
Man.
Huevo, what's up? Just with
So if you guys
Pull
didn't
the
see the
huevo.
game, there was a collision in the box between Johnny Russell and Martin Cáceres, and
And it happened so quick. It was like, boom.
Yeah,
If
and-
you blink, you
and-
miss it.
I didn't see it because I was I was walking around in that particular moment. So then I saw it on the screen, and I was like, "Oh, all right, it's just a knock. He's gonna come back in." And even when, like I said, I mentioned on the midweek show, I was fortunate enough to be in the Champions Lounge on Saturday, and you know they stretchered him off the field, but when he went out down to the locker room, he was being held on by 2 guys. He was like hobbling on one leg and kind of like not really putting pressure on the other one. So even then, I thought like, okay, it's just like a bruise or something, because it didn't look like much. And then the fact that he didn't get stretchered, all the way out. But did not turn out to be such a little thing.
I don't. What exactly is it? I never heard of this injury before.
Yeah, oh, it can happen, dude. He
What is
fractured his
it?
kneecap.
Obviously
I'm-
can.
Oh,
Only to Galaxy players. It's a Galaxy related injury.
Oh, it's Galaxy. Oh, it's a Galaxy injury. I see.
No, it's just this discussion that I was having via DMs with Alex Ruiz, Josh Gassman. We were discussing like, hey, we know. Do you guys have any idea what kind of injury? And they're like, no, we don't know yet. And everybody was like, hopefully it's just a knock, right? Like a little knock where like
That's what it looked like to everybody, right?
It's like a deep bruise right in your knee, and
Yeah.
you take a couple of games and you're okay. And I even said, I was like, I really, hopefully it's not a fracture, because if it's a fracture, and that's a much more serious thing. And less than 24 hours later, we found out, and damn,
It's a fracture.
season-ending injury, and
Yeah.
Well, it's not a.
Well, it's an
not a
avulsion.
season
What's an
ending.
avulsion?
it's like a fracture. It's a fracture that where like some of the blood comes out and it creates like a big bruise, pretty much. So it's really painful. At this point, can we hand out knee pads to these guys? I mean, seriously?
Or just new knees in general. Just everyone can-
Anybody donating knees? Hit your boys up.
I'm
go.
even only on one good one right now. That's
Oh, donate the other one. We need it.
Edgar's recently had. It's a Galaxy thing, bro. Edgar recently had surgery on his knee.
Damn, bro.
And, knee surgery to my right knee, man. It's still recovering.
That's unfortunate. I have the definition of the avulsion fracture. If you guys
bet.
want to hear it.
Nice. Let's go.
Avulsion fractures happen when a bone fragment separates from the rest of the bone.
Sounds delicious.
How?
Sounds
Don't
like,
delicious that, sir.
sounds like they slow cooked
So
it.
basically,
really nice.
his kneecap exploded.
Yeah, so his knee exploded.
Damn. Like Kenny in South Park. Or what is it? Kyle.
Kyle.
Man,
Nope.
that's crazy. Oh, I almost hurt. Poor
I
guy.
bet. I bet.
Yeah.
Oh man. So the Galaxy are left again at that point, and still to this point, I'm like, season.
And this is when you look at the bench and you turn to your hero, Eric Zavaleta, and then he looks around and he's like, everybody would come to me and ask me, save them. And I'll look back at them and say, no.
Too bad he wasn't there though. He's over there.
Yo, it's just crazy the luck of injuries, right? Because now that we need center backs, there's absolutely no center backs in our roster right now.
Yeah.
Not even Koulibaly.
I think
Not even
Gessman,
Koulibaly, yeah. No Koulibaly either.
I think Gessman was he said that Vanny was joking in the press conference that they might put Efra at center back. He's like, that's like the ultimate, like, you're in the doghouse, you're in the Jazzy Sardis doghouse when they put you on defense, man. Can you imagine, like, you have Chicky Nuggies playing center back? Oh my god.
I mean, he's built like a.
He's built like a center back
man.
if you're 7 years old.
He's built like
Can you
a Sunday
imagine?
League goalkeeper. So
Somebody whips a shot into the box, and then like Efra goes low on you and takes you out. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
7-year-old center back. That's messed up,
Yeah.
bro.
And then when he turns into a teen, you put him as goalie.
Oh, but you get a new uniform. You get different uniform.
And you don't pay ref. You're good.
And you don't pay ref. Damn, you dag him.
Efra center back.
Because they're dicks.
Well, he's laughing all the way to the bank, so I
Seriously,
guess he has
$700,000 so we can make fun
Yeah.
of as much as you want.
That's true. Fuck. That'd be nice.
This has been a theme with this team from the very beginning, because at the beginning they were like, okay, we're putting the team together, and we had some of the pieces already in place, and then boom, what's his name? Grand Series like, see ya. Yeah, we need wingers. Now they finally go find a winger. They still need a cam, right? So they're like, okay, maybe we could find a cam at some point. And then because of the transfer ban, you're like, you can't bring these guys in the summer. You got to bring them in, whenever you can. They one of the biggest issues the team always had was the defense. They finally put together a good defense. And then we usually shouldn't have issues on forward. And then Chicha gets hurt. And then Joveljic isn't doing well. Oh my goodness! Like, so what do you look for now? Because we still have that opportunity to find somebody to replace Chicha, right? That's until July 5th, what we were talking about.
Well,
So you need a forward, but you also need a cam.
well,
Which-
that's something we can get back to because we actually have another
and
game.
we still need a center back. I mean, damn.
Yeah, to keep
Well,
it WWE theme.
We'll put a pin on that, and then we'll get back to it. But this game does end in 2-2 in a not so controversial handball.
Nah, that was
Danny
It was a handball.
Aguirre, man. Danny Aguirre. What are you doing,
And
bud?
unfortunate because the LA Galaxy was ready to put this game away and just it happened in the last moments. And then Pulido, of course,
Yeah, that
is
sucked
brace.
the energy out of the stadium. It's crazy. The
Yeah.
injury and then the PK. It's like that's one way to ruin a party.
So the soccer guys are just still punishing this team, regardless of who's in office.
Oh, you
or
thought
not.
it was Klein? Psych.
Psych. Now it's Vanny's turn. Nah.
Hey man, I
Nah,
was just
maybe
happy
I'm
we
not
didn't
kidding.
lose at home.
Maybe I'm not kidding about Vanny.
Well, I was just happy they didn't pay for any beer.
I was just happy we didn't see an L.
What?
I'm just happy we didn't see an L. We didn't see
Oh.
the LA Galaxy lose.
At this point, ties are kind of losses too. Because
That
Nah,
tie felt like
dude.
a loss, honestly.
This season ties are wins.
no, like if we
Nah.
want any hope,
Are we really expecting to get into that night spot?
Anything is possible.
I'd rather. At this point,
Okay.
Klein is out. I'd rather make it to the playoffs. It's not like
Yeah.
we get a
One-
fucking draft pick.
Exactly.
One thing I mentioned after the game, and I was very adamant about it to people. I was like, because people were like, "Oh, it's nice to be back." Yeah, it's nice to be back. It's nice to have, there's the party atmosphere at the stadium. That was all beautiful. Everything was set up. The stage was set for the Galaxy to have a win. We talked about how important it was for them to get these 3 points, because Kansas City is one of those teams that they're chasing for that
Yeah.
last playoff spot. Now, something that it was important to get that W. It was important to get the W yesterday and in Colorado as well. But I'm gonna bring it up real quick. Sorry, I'm looking at the table. I really hadn't paid attention to this earlier, and maybe you guys notice this now. But Galaxy has 3 games on hand on Kansas City, and they have 2 games on hand on Portland. And Portland is 10, Kansas City is 11. Vancouver and Galaxy have played the same amount of games. But so if somehow these guys can transform those 2-3 games in hand into wins,
Shit.
they could potentially leapfrog both Portland and Kansas City and find themselves like right on the heels of Vancouver. But that's a big like ask of these guys this season, especially now that they're hurting so much in every position. Ah man, and then you got League's Cup coming up.
Well, we'll get back. We'll circle back to what the roster could look like, or what the coaching
about that.
tactic is going to be, or what it is that the LA Galaxy needs later on.
And I like what you're saying and everything, Edgar, but then I see the next 2 games, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like, oh, shit.
Where's San Jose away next?
Yeah, that's why I said it's a big ask, man. It's like
Huge. So the LA Galaxy does finish at home on a Wednesday night against an inspired Kansas City team at 2-2. Still undefeated post Klein getting let go. I'm okay with this tie, especially seeing that you didn't have your best defender on the pitch,
Zabaleta.
which was Jalen Neal. That's the right answer. And then you didn't have your best striker in Chicharito. And you're playing a number 10 who seems rejuvenated and has played well for the last 3 games. You come out with a tie, I'm all right with that. I mean, I would have wanted to see a win, but it's too much to ask for this team right
I
now.
am not okay with it. One, Klein is gone. It was there. The game was there for the taking. We missed 2 gold opportunities to put that game away, and in the process that we lost a key player, our field general, our last probably leader left on the field. So I absolutely am not okay with it.
Yeah, Bryant, I didn't want
I
to
love
say
your
anything in the midweek
optimism.
show. Sorry, Bryant. You mentioned that you think Jalen Neal is our best defender. I know. I think it's Martin Cáceres. I would say this about Jalen. Jalen Neal is our most consistent defender. He does make a lot of young mental mistakes, which is something that we're going to see less of as he matures. but not this year. This year is still, a learning year. But I still think Martin Cáceres, with his experience, his poise, I still think that he is our best defender. And to lose your best defender and have your most consistent defender out at the same time, that's terrible. That's like a 1-2 punch. And then, like Eddie said, the missed opportunities, that one that sticks to you the most, though, is the one missed by Boyd. Last year, what's one of the things that we discussed was how Galaxy missed a lot of opportunities to ice games where it cost them in the playoffs. Where they got into the playoffs, but if they had one or two games here, maybe 3 games, right, where they missed penalties, they could have had much better seeding, and they wouldn't have had to face Levas that early in the playoffs. But these are the things that make this this sport so difficult and both a blessing and a curse at the same time if you're a fan.
Oh, 100%. I'm still going to stick by me saying Jalen is the best defender. He's been dragging Cáceres' carcass around to help him defend.
That's disrespectful, bro.
That is disrespectful.
That's totally disrespectful. So let's do some awards in this game because we got one more game to go. I think the next game will go a lot faster. But either way, what award do you guys got?
Game is off.
Game is off. This one's a little difficult actually for this game. If anything, let's just talk
Game
about
is
moments,
off.
right?
I'll start off. I'll say Boyd.
I was gonna go
Boyd.
Boyd. Yeah,
I'll say Boyd.
Yeah, we'll go by the moment. So
Okay.
Boyd for me. It's honestly, we can even another answer would be Mavinga, but I think after that mistake, he kind of picked himself up and isn't much else to pick on after that. But again, the moment that could have changed everything, the easiest moment, the guy that we've been on the show and say that boy nice, and the word is called "This game is off."
Yeah. I could go.
I want to say Aguirre.
Oof.
I'm gonna say Aguirre because of the penalty, and he's usually not that. He usually doesn't make those kind of mistakes.
Really,
At
that's
least
kind
defensively.
of
I
rough
think
though.
that's
That play
yeah.
is so fast though.
I know, but it's still like you have your arm out. There's no reason for you to have that arm out like that.
I guess true.
I still think it's rough because he didn't really play that much. He came in towards the end of the game, and it just so happens that he came in at a time when
So-
it was
Yeah, but
But it's the same
it-
argument of what I said. Moments.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. The moments.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's his opinion.
It is his award.
Yeah.
Good job, Willis.
Good
This is
job,
your
Willis.
award.
All right, Willis.
Go ahead and guess.
Game
You
is
go with
off.
Boyd too.
Yeah, I think that's the bigger one because that moment came before the handball, and you put that
True,
goal away,
true.
that game is over.
That moment might not even happen.
Yeah.
They would have been
True.
dead.
Yeah.
So Boyd gets it.
All right, so fuck Willis. Cool.
Hey, he could read between the lines. Good shit, Willis.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
What you have, Chewy?
Yeah, same.
Boyd?
Yep.
You got
Honorable
Hartman?
mention? The Heartman, honorable mention.
Preston Judd for me
Same.
getting on the end of that goal, scoring it.
No matter how it goes in, as long as it goes in.
Yep.
That's what
As long
she
as you
said.
get into the dance.
What is it?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you win by an inch or by a mile.
Damn.
Damn.
Without you, my friend. Yeah, I like that one. I go with that one too.
Yeah.
Preston, you got Hartman. We're over here talking shit about your finish, but
Sick as intended finish.
yeah,
Yep. Because my Heartman goes to Costa.
Man. All right.
Costa has been having more than okay games these past 3 matches.
more than okay.
More than okay game.
That's all we really needed, dude. I can't
Doing
believe
more than the
I'm
bare
not even.
minimum.
I'm not
Shit.
even gonna.
we have
comment
confidence
on-
now in him starting.
Nah. Well,
Yeah, we do.
that's what we have. That's
Well-
what we have.
Yeah, we're down to Costa, so you got to put him in there, right? And if he
But he's delivering.
so
So
you roll the
I
dice
mean-
and you hope he doesn't try to attack somebody else.
Bro,
Hey.
it's a DP. You would hope he would somewhat deliver.
and he's the only DP left. Oh no, well I mean
No,
Rick is in there.
No,
I guess.
Ricky.
we got Ricky.
But I mean, Calzada doesn't play like a DP.
Oh.
Hasn't been playing like a, he's playing like a TAM. There you go. So that gets my honorable mention.
All right.
Next standing player. Can I go first?
Wait, we still got other people. Did everyone name theirs? No, right? For
Yeah, Preston Judd.
Judd.
everybody, you too?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, dude, the goal was nice. He tried. I guess he was trying. I guess that's what he was trying to do.
I guess.
Whatever. Point is, he was putting the defense on the back heels.
And
He
winning.
was creating for himself with the runs he was making. I think Preston Judd did well.
And because of that, he gets my next standing player of the match. He meant to do that goal. And the fact that he was working hard the whole match, and like Willis said, putting that defense on their heels for a hungry young man who I think this is his first start with this LA Galaxy team in the MLS play. If I'm correct. Maybe not.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You get a goal. You get a goal to put your team ahead from a beautiful pass by probably your best center mid. Can't ask more from that from a young man like that. A hungry young man who is supposed to come in and put it the same numbers as your DP,
Oh, he's not.
but you have to now because your DP is out.
No, he doesn't. There's that pressure is not there for him.
Well, he put it on himself because he scored a banger. He said, Van Persie,
Hold my beer.
hold my beer. So Preston Judd gets the next standing for me.
Next standing. Wow.
I'll give Matt my next standing to Cáceres.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yep.
He played.
That's a good one.
He played really good. He played beast and he got a goal from Uno Douglas Costa. So, yeah, that's it.
Ooh.
Fuck. You know what? I'm gonna go with Cáceres too. I honestly was thinking about it, and I forgot that he also scored. So I was like, you know what?
He opened up the sheet for us.
He
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, that's true.
He did. And what sucks, my personal opinion, that's another player we're never gonna see in a Galaxy uniform either.
Ah,
And
man.
unless
And
we
we'll
make it to
discuss it at
playoffs.
the end.
Yeah.
Why I feel that way, and I think it makes sense if something's gonna be done about it. So, yeah, Martin Cáceres next standing.
What is
All right.
Edgar, go ahead.
Yeah, getting those Pele Van Holt vibes from Cáceres might be the last time we see him, leave with an injury. Remember him?
Yeah,
Came in, he got injured, and never suited up again. Man. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, you see why and Martin Cáceres is so important. Like I still hold on to the fact that he is or was our best defender, and to lose somebody who can not only anchor that defense, because you could put a bunch of young guys back there, but somebody's got to lead them. And who better than somebody that has all that World Cup experience? But yeah, he can score. He's done it before. He scored a nice goal off a nice pass from Costa. And it's unfortunate you're gonna miss having him there, because which other center backs are gonna step up and score goals like that when you need them?
Zabaleta, baby.
My question to you is, who is your next standing player?
Cáceres.
Oh,
You totally missed it. Anda pedo, birthday boy. Hell yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, July, baby.
Full disclaimer, if you run into any of us next Saturday and we're cross-sighted, just walk the other way.
Mind your business. Mind your business.
Mind your business.
Just know it's Chewy's
or
birthday.
take a shot.
Or buy Chewy a shot.
Yep.
First yell out, yeah, and then buy him a shot.
Get
Oh,
Chewy
that's-
drunk.
Yeah!
There you go. That's the one.
No, we can't do it.
Oh yeah, no get Chewy drunk.
It's not the same as a few years ago. No, hell no.
It's not like when we were
Walk up to
20.
Chewy and yell at him. Let me talk to you.
Let me drink with you.
How about
Yeah, Chewy says that, but watch, we're going to go live for a couple minutes. Once he's at that point, we're like, yeah, no que no.
Nah, dude. I
Pues
can't.
chinga su madre.
That's what I was saying yesterday.
Chingue su madre?
That's going to be Chewy.
No, I cannot
wait.
do 18 plus shots No.
Oh,
Oh no. This time,
No.
at this age, that's a trip to the hospital.
Yeah.
Chewie's the legend for that.
For real. Good stuff, Chewy.
It's all right, Chewy. We saw the fireworks outside, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, that's even more stuff of legends that he came back to life.
He
the
did
same
come back
day.
to life.
No, we went back to an apartment to drink.
Oh,
we did.
Angel met us there. I remember.
We did.
That was stuff of legends. God damn, bro. What are you
18
made of?
shots, dude.
Well, plus.
Fucking vergas.
It was plus.
Plus, it
Hey,
was
guys,
plus.
We had another game. Remember that?
Okay, we have another game.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Willis went?
huh?
Willis went?
yeah, I didn't get my award.
Oh, my bad.
Well, I will make it real quick. It's just I'm giving it to Ricky just for the pass.
Bingo, bango.
Bingo, bango, Rickissimo, Ricky Sploosh. Let's go.
he finally got that pass through out of Ricky. All
Let's go.
right. So, anyways, the Galaxy had another game. They played the red hot Colorado Rapids, led by Kevin Cabral.
Yeah, and Bryant and I met with Matt Pollard from the Holding the Highline
I was
podcast.
there
It's a
too.
Colorado podcast. Oh yeah, yeah. Eddie was there. He was producing. Thank you, Eddie. You did a great job.
Were you there?
And from the very beginning, we all knew like this is a slap fight between two very special teams. It was like if you know, you know. I mean, this is like Mandark and Dexter, having a little slap fight. Just to let you know what to expect, if you haven't seen this game,
Don't.
Straight up, don't.
Matt sent me a message after the game, and he said these two teams are bad, and they should feel bad.
Damn.
Oh, that's it? They should
That's it.
feel
That's all he
bad?
said.
I don't know. I think Galaxy's out of that point of feeling bad. They're just bad. So you stop feeling bad.
Yeah, you're just there for the
It's what's that saying? I'm bad and that's good. And it's good that I'm bad.
You know what sucks?
a vacuum.
You know what else sucks?
Cisco's fan.
I remember that skit.
Yeah, if you're listening, Cisco, your fan sucks, bro. That's fucked up. Shout out to you, primo. No, what sucks is that this Gold Cup. Let me see. Best word. These
Just
Gold
say
Cup
straight up.
squads are atrocious, bro. It's just like you ever wanted to. I said this in the last qualifiers, and I think it's gotten worse. Like if I ever needed backing that this region is ass, turn on the TV at any given time during this Gold Cup. God damn it! So I went from the going back and forth from the Colorado and I'm not even excusing the U.S. in this conversation. I was going back and forth from Colorado Galaxy to U.S. Jamaica, and it was just like, fuck, man. Can I have some quality today, please?
Nah, man, you got 2 doses of CONCACAF football on the
Oof,
same day.
beautiful.
At the same
Seriously.
time.
Beautiful. Passes back to the
But-
keeper, back to the defender, back to the keeper, and back to the defender. What is he gonna do?
This would have been like the worst game
Kicks
if
it
you had like
outside.
that Liga MX fan. Like, come
Oh,
on,
yeah.
fool,
To
trust
convince
me.
him?
The MLS is coming up. Watch this game with me. What
And it's funny you mention that because if you looked at that stadium in Colorado, Dick's Sporting Goods Park, it was packed.
Yeah.
And I bet you a lot of those people bought tickets to see Chicharito. It's one of those rare opportunities you get to see Chichar, right?
Yeah.
In Denver. And I bet you, like, people walking into the stadium was like, ¿Dónde está el Chicha? It's like, y está jodido. It's
su
like,
cama.
no.
Prende el Twitch.
Se jodió.
Stuck here.
Hey, so
Se jodió.
Colorado Southern, I'm guessing it's what is it? It's empty. Like it's not a city.
I think they're turning it into something. I know it used to be a supporter section, but they're turning into some kind of like a lodge looking thing. We could ask Matt about it later on and find out what exactly it is because you're right. People used to sit there. And
I didn't see anything. They just had like bleachers, but there was nobody there.
I think what they do is the same thing they do with Toyota Park. Is that what it's called? The one in FC Dallas?
Yeah.
Where like they use that section as for staging
Stage,
for
yeah,
like,
like concerts and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't see Chicha, but I'll tell you who they did get to see. In goal, you had the high flying. I'd prefer Airbud.
And
In
submarines.
the air. Jonathan Bond starting in goal. Hey, Nalo, you play keeper? You're like Airbuddish.
Oh shit! That's your cousin, Hanfu. Fuck.
No.
Air Bond. There it is.
Airbond. Oh shit. And we came out with 5 defenders this time. We had Raheem Edwards at left back. And this is the way they have it lined up on the MLS site. And it did seem like they were playing this way. They had Leardom playing at left center back. Mavinga playing at center back. Caligari played at right center back. And shout out to Mauricio Cuevas, who got his first start at right back.
Hey.
And then in the middle, we had Ricky Puig, Brugman, and instead of Delgado, we actually had an Aguirre start. And we started with 2 forwards, with Dejan Jovic and Preston Judd. Now, I thought this game was going to be boring to begin with, and I thought we were going to lose. And then I saw this lineup. I was like, fuck, it's not just going to be boring. We're going to get killed.
Yep.
You thought so?
My exact thoughts.
What do you mean?
My exact
How do you-
thoughts, bro.
Oh, man, I wish I could
You
go
said
that.
we said we fought with 5 defenders, and you think we're gonna get killed with a Kevin Cabral who hasn't been scoring for Colorado?
Yeah, he's an ex-Galaxy player.
Yeah,
what do
he's
you
an
think that
ex-Galaxy
does on
player.
the field?
Always-
No center back, dude.
No
No
center
center
back.
back.
You know, we even joked about it in the midweek where we asked Matt, you know, do you expect Cabral to play? He's like, no, I don't think so. And I'm like, I bet you they're going to unleash Cabral in the Galaxy again. They're going to grab, like Frazier. Remember we joked that Frazier's going to grab him and shake him about. Like, come on, you can do it, boy. Get out there. You can do this. Alele bleu. And like, just, give him a little kick in the butt and set him out in the field. And,
I mean, he tried. He did start,
yeah. I mean,
but with the 5
he-
defenders that the LA Galaxy came out with, I didn't think
He
we
put
were gonna
somebody
go.
on. He put
against
somebody on
France.
skates, no?
I mean, to be fair to him, I remember there was one play in the game where if the guy making the cross would have looked up and seen that Cabral backed up to get some space from a defender, and then he would have found them, Cabral could have easily converted the goal, but the guy decided to play the touch line, and Cabral wasn't there. So maybe he's not, he's just not getting that good service. Matt discussed this. He said that he thinks Cabral isn't played in the right position. That maybe he just has to play somewhere else where he's not being pushed to constantly be the man to score goals, and instead maybe he's somebody who could draw attention and maybe play a little bit further back and maybe pick up some rebounds or make some runs. But is he the man? He's definitely not the man in Colorado. And who is the man there? I mean, they're having a hard time scoring goals.
You know what? I mean, fuck Cabral, he's not with us anymore. But I'm gonna give some credit to I'm gonna say Vanny, right? Because Cabral burned our defenders a lot. Do you remember Bond ever coming off his line that many times in one game?
No. Yeah.
Like if they knew,
Yep.
this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've discussed this on this show that Cabral could break lines easily. It's just the product on the final third where he's not MLS caliber. And to Edgar's point, he's right. He's not the guy to be in any MLS game or any MLS team to be the guy. At best, he's an off the bench guy in MLS. And it ended up starting him. And dude, we
Even
talked
then
to
he was
Matt. And
finding
shout out
space.
to Matt from Holding the High Line podcast in Colorado. I told him that I felt the LA Galaxy was going to go over there and try to win the game. And even with that 5 back, I still have that confidence. We were countering Kansas City pretty well. And that's when we had our most dangerous possessions against Kansas City. Why not try to run something like that back against Colorado, who's not going to hurt you in the final third, especially starting with a Cabral. So I still had confidence with his lineup going against Colorado.
Yeah, and then you have history, too, against the Galaxy. You haven't won a game there in 6 years, I think it's been. I think
So
2017
it was
the
time to
last
break
time they
it,
won a game
I
there.
guess, but not this time.
But going in, I even said, I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. And even that, I was giving them too much credit, right? I was like, somebody's going to score. It's going to be an ugly draw, 1-1. But and Matt predicted a squeaky bum. What is it? He's a 2-1 win, right, for Colorado. And well, I think none of us were satisfied with the result because I expected at least some goals and.
Yeah, I mean, we did get one big save from Jonathan Bond off Jonathan Lewis' shot in the near pole.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He had a couple good saves in this
And
game.
Puig, he took a shot, and Yarbrough made an amazing stop too.
So I guess the goalkeepers
Yeah,
had
I
better
mean,
games.
both teams had chances. Both teams had chances. That the one Jovic had in the first half, where he tried to volley it. Man, I thought he was gonna put that in the net.
Oh,
But
that's
he skied
right.
it, dude.
And then it was inside the box. He could have took a touch
Yeah,
on it
because
too.
who chipped it? I think it was Brugman who chipped it. It's so nice, man. And all he had to do was just volley it. It came in soft and everything, you know?
Yeah, but I'm sure he's not all there. A lot of travel, a lot of wear and tear on
Yeah.
those legs right now.
Also,
Brugman got knocked a lot that game. On his knees as well.
Yeah.
He was on
Hey,
the
did-
floor.
Yeah.
Did you make a solo cam for Bryant?
No.
I need you to make one right now.
What am I gonna do? Am I gonna cut a promo?
No, you may be.
Oh, let's go.
I was gonna say that Colorado also had an opportunity where like the ball bounced in the six, and for a second there, like nobody knew where the ball was, and it just missed the far post.
Oh,
So, yeah.
I got one better. We saw Air Bond
Oh, man.
No Man's
Air
Land.
Bond
Bro.
back in effect.
when he like half came out and he just watched it float over him, and then he watched it float back over him, and luckily Cabral, and he didn't put his head in on that. That guy just jumped straight up. He would have stuck his head out, dude. That was in.
Cabral.
Well, shout out to Bond for knowing the personnel, right?
I mean,
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it was.
that's what it was.
Fucking Air Bond.
Was there anything?
Like in here, Bond.
I know the game ended at 0-0. Spoiler alert! If you didn't see it, was there anything positive that you saw in this match in particular?
Colorado didn't score.
Colorado didn't score. Yeah, you know what?
Clean sheet away.
To that, Colorado not scoring. I thought Mavinga did fine. I think Leardom slotted in fine. Mauricio Cuevas got his first start. He was very shaky for a lot of the game, but
In the
Yeah.
first 20 minutes, he was
he's gonna
good
give
go.
him confidence walking away with a shutout. So I guess those are the positives.
What do you guys think about Calegari and at RCB? I didn't think he was that
Nah.
bad.
Colorado is good,
He
man.
always gets beat back pole, dude. Always does the second pole.
As a center back in this lineup, I don't think he got beat like that. If I'm
Yeah, he
remembering
did
correctly.
twice.
All right, Brian, I need a favor. And I
Alright.
don't know if you remember talking about this on the midweek show. Please look. Which camera is it, Chewy? One
The
I'm
main
talking
one.
to?
Yeah.
Look straight at that camera. Go ahead, Chewy. Please tell every listener and every Galaxy fan once again that the LA Galaxy does not need a striker.
In replacement for who?
No, this is what you said, and that the Galaxy doesn't need to look for a striker. Please say, tell everyone again that the LA
What is
Galaxy
our more important role that we need
Tell
in
the-
this LA Galaxy team?
No.
Right now?
No, you said we do not need a striker. We said with Dejan and Judd, we're fine. Don't change your words.
All right. With Dejan Jovic and Preston Judd, the LA Galaxy does not need a striker.
Okay. Now let's go back to the regular camera. Jesus Christ, Preston Judd. Dejan is not a starter, right? We got that. We're kind of, I guess, banking on Judd. But if if not positives, some big negatives we can take away is like we need a fucking striker. We need a starting caliber striker like today, because we were already doing it without number 10. Now we're doing it without a starting caliber striker and without a 10. So if anything, we need to go get that striker, because there were some unforgivable, in my opinion, if you're gonna be the starter, getting all those minutes, plays where just keeping that ball in front of you was a task that he couldn't do. It's like, nah, man, I got respect for you, kid. I know you're working hard, but just ain't it. You're not ready.
But you got to let me finish my statement as well with that.
No, well, I made you say it that way because you were so adamant on the midweek show and saying that we didn't need a striker. Now you're talking about other positions in need. That's a whole different thing. That's not what you were
Because
saying.
that's what it is.
Now, well,
I think our forwards, Dejan Jovic and Spencer Judd, if you have a number 10 who's a DP caliber player in MLS, and you have another starting winger who is DP caliber in MLS, those Preston Judds and Jovic are going to find themselves a space even better just to tap it in.
Judd's not going to do it. Judd is not going to do it because that's already proven. And maybe I won't keep up and won't catch up to those balls, but I promise you, if that ball gets to me, I can hold it better than he does.
I don't know. I think he did a pretty good job holding the ball.
No,
the last two games.
there's two key plays where Ricky plays it through to him. One,
There's also key
one
plays.
he tries to get a touch on it, and it fucking just like Yasser's
No.
arms
I
drop.
know which one you're talking
And then
about.
two, he stares at it like roll by him. And it's just like, bro, stick your fucking foot out. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, but he's young. What's Jovelic's excuse
No,
though? That's what I want to
no,
know.
that's fine. That's fine. He's young and everything, but my argument is like we need a striker today. Because
Hey, dude, we needed one like a couple months ago.
right, well, even more so today because now
for
with Chicha
sure.
out, we need one today because whatever Brian's argument is, that's fine. But think about a game like yesterday, we had that striker, we walk away with 3 points. You wouldn't have been missing your winger. You wouldn't have been missing your center back. You were missing your striker yesterday.
But you get a striker that's not always going to get those balls. We've complained about Ricky Puig not playing the ball early enough. And we saw that a lot against Colorado.
Yeah, that's true.
But we need a striker. My point.
Well, maybe
I'd
that's
rather put my money
that's-
on a number 10 and a winger.
Maybe that's his thinking though, that we need a striker because he doesn't trust Judd yet, and Jovic hasn't showed anything for him
I was going to
to
bring that
trust
up
him
about
either.
Jovic, by the way, because we discussed, he hasn't been very effective this season, but we've noticed that neither was Chicha, neither has Judd. It doesn't matter who you put up there. Nobody's been really effective, and then you start to wonder, like, hey, wait a minute, is it really these guys' fault? Or is it whoever the heck is trying to serve and passes? Because one of the constant themes that we keep bringing up week after week is how Ricky Puig is trying to play hero ball, how he's trying to force passes. There are so many times in this game against Colorado where he tried to go for like the Hail Mary pass, like all the way, try to break lines, to whatever, and he's not gonna get away with that anymore. Like that one pass he did against New England last year to Chicha, he was trying to do that kind of stuff against Colorado, and they haven't most got it. Remember, Robin Fraser, he has a good track record against Greg Vanney. And so he hasn't, they had well scouted. You're not going to be able to do the same things he did last year. So you got to figure out different ways to be more effective. Now, I mentioned also in the previous shows how I noticed that Jovic is doing this thing where they give him the ball, and instead of turning and running with the ball, he's passing it back. And is this something that maybe Ricky Puig is asking for the ball? Or some of the other center mids where like give us the ball, try to run into get into position, and that's not how he plays. So maybe there's a lot of tinkering, right? And if you're familiar with baseball, a lot of times you have players that are really good batters, and for some reason or other they decide to tinker with their swing, and it's not the same, and it takes them a long time to readjust themselves and go back to how effective they were. Maybe Vanney was tinkering. Maybe Ricky Puig has been trying to tinker with the way he does things, and there's also a combination of like all these other defenses have just gotten accustomed to him, and they do the things that we always heard about that bother him. They pester him, they hit him, they put a body on him, and they try to make it uncomfortable for him to do the kind of things he did last season.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's the tinkering is to see what they really need and what they can get away with not signing because.
Dude, but we've been knowing.
But I know. Hold on, it's different right now. Now you always needed a winger, right? I don't think they're even focusing on a cam. That's something we want, we believe we need, but it doesn't seem like Vanney feels that way. But right now, the way things stand is you need a forward, you need a winger that they never got, and you need a center back with Cáceres out. So now that's probably why Vanney's tinkering is like, let me see what I can get away with. Because to sign 3 starting caliber people in those positions with a band, I don't think it's going to happen.
I would go with the signing the back first, if that's the case, instead of a striker.
Really?
You signed the back first. Because, like you said, we're not going to see Casares again. Might as well bring in
What's
a free agent.
Eddie,
Like I said, with his
give me
long term.
give me a glimmer of hope, Eddie.
What's up?
Tell me what you saw. Who you ran into in the Champions Lounge.
Oh yeah.
Give me that
Uh-oh.
glimmer of hope, Eddie.
From last week. From Wednesday's game.
So again, I was fortunate enough to be down in the Champions Lounge, and for whoever hasn't been down there, before the game, halftime, at the end of the game, the players walked through there, and every single opportunity, people were chanting for Johnny Russell and telling him to come to the Galaxy, and he had like the biggest smirk and smile on his face,
Oof.
like he wants to be here. I truly believe that he wants to be here, and my good friend Aaron, who's there next to me, saw that too, and we talked about it. Like, dude, this dude, he can hopefully be on his way to the Galaxy soon this year.
You heard it here
And,
first.
yeah.
Johnny Russell to the Galaxy.
I
Let's
may
go.
or may not have drunk tweeted that I would personally take back the number 7 for him.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
Well, he'll
Oh
probably
my
need a number
goodness.
3.
Can you imagine
to
that?
Play center back.
Yeah,
And
but
it's like
me, hold on, me, somebody that loves and pays attention to certain details, one being body language, maybe not necessarily him wanting to come here, but definitely the way he reacted, it's kind of like he's not happy over there.
Yeah.
He was happy that people were chanting for him and he was wanted somewhere. So definitely, I'm pretty sure he's not happy in this situation over there. He's coming off the bench now. That's a guy. That's like a pit bull. Kind of work. A guy that just grinds it out and just likes to kick ass and take names every day. And to be demoted to the bench and seeing your team do better, it's probably not a good feeling.
Yeah. Not a.
And ripped to the captain's ban.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah, Pulido's the captain of Kansas now.
that's true.
I mean, it's not a
That's- I
bad.
mean,
No, I mean,
Not a
not
bad
Pulido
second
because
option for
I'm a Pulido fan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
Because
Wish
look
he was
who they have
American,
up
to be
there.
honest.
But that's good for us, though. He's the odd man out, and we need his caliber player,
yeah,
which we can get in this transfer window because he's already in the league. So that's a great option for the Galaxy if they're listening to the
Yeah.
pod
so
as they should be.
everyone be serious for a second, just for the soundbite. You heard it here first. Johnny Russell's coming to the LA Galaxy.
There you go.
That way, in case we need a timestamp.
Yeah.
In case we need proof later, we got receipts.
Johnny Russell. Yeah.
An hour in, so we'll timestamp that.
There you go. Perfect. So what else is about this game we're talking about?
Worth talking about? I don't think anything.
Well,
The
not
weather
really.
was nice, apparently.
The weather was
What Matt
nice.
said. He said the weather
well,
was nice.
I guess one overall positive is considering the lineup they put out, playing in that environment. Colorado being rested, it wasn't a bad showing.
It
Wasn't a great showing, but wasn't a bad showing. We need points in a normal type of season where we're doing okay. This would have been a great point,
Yeah.
but we really need the points, so it's not great.
True.
And on top of that, a clean sheet away.
Yeah,
So I mean,
I'm just a little worried about the defense, honestly.
Yeah.
It's bad. I mean, Casares going out, I think, is probably a bigger blow than Chicha going out
I mean-
because we really don't have a replacement for that type of
and
player.
not to make things worse. You don't know who's watching the U.S. right now, so who's to say Jenny Neal's here at the end of the summer too?
oh, dude,
Man,
he's gone.
I wouldn't doubt it. What
Kid
a-
has great
yeah,
potential.
He's got great potential.
Great
for
potential.
sure.
And the little time that he was
Man.
playing in the Gold Cup, I mean,
It's better,
every reporter was raving about him.
better than bitch
Yeah,
ass Aaron
BJ
Long.
Callahan talked about how
Aaron Long's a
No.
bitch. Yeah, I heard him.
Yeah, we all heard it. And you heard it here first. And he's a Casares.
Go ahead.
never mind.
My
Sorry,
bad.
did I take the quote out of your mouth, Edgar? Is that what you were gonna say?
No. Go ahead.
No, but yeah, no, dude, I didn't want to steal that from you. I heard it too. How he was praising him, and basically what everyone says, right? The calmness that he has.
Pretty much.
And it's something that we've seen with him here in the G2s. And even in preseason, when we got to see him just for a bit, we're like, this kid confident with the passes from the back. He has growing pains to go through, but if he's in the Galaxy with that, I'm okay with that. I still think he's our best defender.
You're still wrong.
Well, okay. The game ends 0-0. You guys want to give it awards now?
Okay.
God. Kind of fun. Trying to think of awards for this game.
I'll go first. Well,
Game is off.
Game is off.
Bond?
Yeah. Could have caused us the game easily, more than once.
Oh yeah.
There was the one that went out of
Bro.
bounds, the corner. I don't know if you remember. They called that out of bounds. He also came out wild too.
Yeah.
So it was more than once.
Ooh, Bond.
So Bondi,
Him not jumping high enough.
just measure.
Or not even. Yeah, there's a lot.
He has like brain farts in the air because it's like he can jump. Obviously, he just like doesn't measure it, or he second guesses himself a lot in the air. And then the other one we pointed out where he punched it out awkwardly.
Oh,
and it was
yeah.
middle. It was
Yeah.
like weird. So it was more than two in the air.
I mean, it's not the first time we complain
You guys
about
have never
him.
been to Denver before? I mean, you guys have. Remember? You know how it is over there. You know, it's like being on the surface of the moon, man. You jump up and you keep floating. You get stuck in the air sometimes.
That's the
Yeah,
thing,
but-
Edgar. I can't compare it. I've never been to the surface of the moon, so
You get, sometimes you jump and you get stuck. You know. That's
But it's like,
that's
how long has
that's
he
where
been
your
in
mama joke
MLS,
came
right?
from, you know.
yeah.
How long has he been in MLS? You know, like there's certain things that, you know, not enough air and all this other stuff.
Or
but-
maybe he tapped into one of those wrong chocolate bars and he was kind of tripping.
He had
and
to have had the chocolate bars we had.
seeing-
There's
he
no
was
way he
seeing
did.
things.
Maybe he ran into Matt. He would give him some of his edibles before the game.
Is that a flower?
Catching butterflies, jellyfish and shit.
Jellyfishing,
Oh,
jellyfishing.
man.
So I go with Bond. I don't know what you guys got.
Yeah.
My game is off. Is Boyd. He did it again. Remember I told you guys? I tweeted about it. I was like, he whipped a crucial goal scoring opportunity. And he knew it too. As soon as he missed, he's like, he's grabbed his face. Because how many more times are we going to see this? We saw it last season. We saw it this season. You know, opportunities for 3 points is just gone like that. And before you know it, things are really dire.
Yeah.
Damn. Who we got, Willis?
Game is off. Well, I was going between two players, but I think because of at least what I expected from him, and with Chicha being out, what we need from him, I think Jovic has not been having a great stretch of games for us. This game he got subbed off in the half, right?
Yeah,
He got subbed off in the half, dude, and that just
Nice.
goes to show you that Vanny is like, yo, what are you doing out there? You subbed them out in the half, and for what? You know, I feel that Jovic is just not having a good stretch of games, at least with us. Obviously, with Serbia, he is, and I think his game is off. We need more from him. He needs to step it up for sure. I'm not liking what I see.
I'm gonna have to second that because it's not just a stretch of games. I think it's the whole season. He hasn't been having a general good season, and for a player who wants the minutes and has been asking for them as a super sub from last season, you're not really proving your case of why you should start. So sorry, Jovic, your game's been off. Joey, who you got, Joey?
I'm in the same boat with Eddie. I'm going Bond.
Yeah, I mean, he was the highest rated player too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Wow. But
Crazy.
still, I think he's putting us in bad situations more than normal. And then without Cáceres, somebody that, you know, is a rock back there, is somebody that knows what the fuck he's doing. You know, you shouldn't put your defenders in bad situations. And I think he's doing that
Yeah.
more often.
Especially in a line that's already thin and everyone is doing what they can.
Yeah.
He probably got a high rated because he had that one big save and probably a lot of ticky tack saves. I assume.
Yeah,
They
and the
don't
fact that
really
it's
count.
a goose egg.
Yeah. Also the clean sheet.
Honorable
mention.
These are the difficult ones. Honorable mention. Honorable mention. Fuck it. Let's go Leonardo because he played out of position, and I think he did just fine. He did what is it? More than good. More than
Better than okay.
He did more than okay.
They're more than okay. Lirdum? I'll give it to Caligari. I don't think he had a bad game in the position where he's not used to playing. I mean, that's all we have. So he stepped up and we didn't get scored on. So I'm all right with that. Caligari gets my honorable mention. Who you got, Edgar?
Sorry, I was clearing my throat. Caligari as well. Lucas Caligari, he, for his age, he shows quite a good level of professionalism. We talk about how Jalen Neal at his age is so composed and calm and collected. For a center back, you could say the same thing about Lucas Caligari. I mean, I guess he wants to go just by Caligari now. But yeah, no, he you could see he's very reliable. And as we have seen him make adjustments, because he hasn't always been there, but we've seen him make adjustments to improve his style of play and still remain a solid option on defense. We've seen that his counterpart, Julian Alde, has kind of fallen out of favor with Vanny. I wanted to bring him up earlier, but I don't know if Alde, maybe he might be nursing an injury, or he just might be having issues on the practice field, which are reflecting, in his way he's playing. Because we noticed there were several games there where he wasn't showing up. But as far as this game is concerned, I gotta give it to Lucas Caligari, Heartman baby.
Nice. I guess we're all picking defenders, huh? Because I'm picking Mavinga actually. I thought this was probably one of his better games. He didn't mess up as much. Better than good. What is it? What's the saying?
Better
than normal. Whatever. Yeah, I think he played pretty well. He made a couple saves here and there that were needed, and honestly, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting Mavinga to just shit the bed. So, yeah, I'm gonna give it to Mavinga.
Chiasso?
I'm actually going to give it to somebody that I never thought I was going to give it. Edwards. Thought he played fairly better than bad.
Fairly better. So we're all going to make up shit now.
Yeah, pretty much. He was all over the field. I think he had a little bit more of he was able to do more. The fact that there was we still have 4 defenders back there. So he was able to play defender, winger, be up there. Even though most of the time he ran, nobody really ran with him. But he had a little bit more freedom to do that. And usually I don't like him doing that because he leaves us behind 3 or 2 sometimes. So this time it was good. It was good. And just nothing went in.
Perfect.
So my turn. Next standing.
Next standing, baby.
It's I think in my words, they're all going to be in the back line. Kind of reflecting off what Willis was saying, I'm going to go with Mavinga for next standing because that's one of the more difficult roles to fill. You're now the leader. You're the anchor there, right?
Yeah.
Everyone is injured. There's basically no one next in line, at least for this game because there's people away. So it's easy for you to take a day off or not even feel, I guess, in a sense, less pressure to perform. But I can't really point out anything that was his fault. If anything, the dangers kind of came from the wings. Edwards always being a liability, and Mauricio Cuevas getting his first start. You could kind of expect those things. So I think Mavinga did more than better than I thought. I'm trying to make something up that Brian hasn't come up with it. He did better than all right. He did decently good.
Most
you guys
good.
Are putting in more effort into trying to give awards than the Galaxy did in this game.
The offense did.
Well, I'm gonna give it to an offensive/defensive player, Brugman. He seemed to have been injured at one point. He said, "Nah, I'm gonna keep going. Maybe I could help this team come out with 3 points." And for his efforts and for his valiant, whatever you call it, I'm gonna give it good to him because I don't think anybody really stood out in this game. Pretty much a snooze fest.
So how did he
To
do?
be honest, more than all right. More than all right. What you got, Edgar?
We're talking about next inning. Gaston Brugman.
There it is.
Gaston Brugman is like he's one of those guys that are the spine of the team, and he comes in, he works hard, he'll take some lumps, but he'll keep on chugging. And my goodness, did any of you guys like kind of get real nervous when you saw him go down? And
Oh,
then he
yes,
kinda sat up for a
100.
little bit, and then he just went back down. You're like, no,
And it was a
not
knee
again.
too. You're like, fuck, of course.
I bet you going through his mind, he's like, well, I could, just walk off and, take it easy, but we can't afford to lose more people, so, aquí me quedo. Yeah, let me tough it out.
Like,
So,
I'm gonna tough it out and then disappoint the rest of the fans on Monday when I'm out for the season.
oh my God, don't say that.
Oh shit, Willis.
Reverse jinx, bro.
Reverse jinx. Willis, go ahead, Willis.
Yeah. Well, I think Brugman. It has to be Brugman. He did well on the defensive end, clogged up a lot of the holes that were left behind by the defense. And like you said, he just fought on. He's a train that kept on chugging,
Kept on choo-chooing.
Yeah, you need a player like that. And he's our captain. And I think rightfully so, with everybody out and what he brings to the table. He's out there. He's captain basically by example because he shows the team how you're supposed to play and with guts. So I'm going to give it to Brugman, which played mostly better than decently.
Nice.
Chewy?
I actually like the side work this guy does. I'm gonna give it to Calvin Harris. He's a dope ass DJ. No, I'm going back to Brugman. Fucking yeah, good showing.
Damn. You know what? Sorry, you reminded me of something. You know what our friend Ivan said in one group? I think this is the Chicago group that we traveled with. He's like, fuck, I'm old. They're literally having a throwback night at Academy. Calvin Harris is on that lineup. And then they're playing Blink 182 on Kareth 101.
Blink 182's Tight Live. That was cool.
It was cool. Okay. Well, that does it for those awards. I believe we got some questions we need to get to.
Yeah. Before that, the injury updates that the LA Galaxy has on MLSsoccer.com.
Fucking hell.
Out. Sega Koulibaly with a knee. Not sure what the timetable is with him.
I think he's about another week out. They had said like 2 weeks or less previously.
Does not give me confidence. Out. Chicharito
Nobody.
from a torn ACL. Out. Memo Rodriguez with a thigh injury.
All right. No knees. Let's
No
go,
knees.
baby.
Let's go thighs, baby. And most recently injured, Martin Cáceres with an exploded knee, I guess you could describe it as.
2 to 3 months.
We'll circle back to that one in case there's a question about Cáceres.
All right. So let's hit some questions. Firstly, on, I want to say Twitter. Give me a moment. Here we go. From Alex Gonzalez at Alex the Great 14. Do you guys feel like next year we'll get a lot of season ticket members? I'm thinking about becoming one. Heard a lot of mixed opinions, especially regarding pricing and a couple other variables.
It's hard. Ask that question again at the end of the year. There's many factors. One is how do we end the year? 2 is it looks like marketing and everything's headed in a different direction. So I think for me, it's like if you ask me right now, no.
I don't think the same. I don't think the same things that happened this year, as far as ticket goes, are gonna happen next year. I don't think they're gonna be cheaper. I don't think you're gonna get a free beer. And then the fact that more than likely, Galaxy will get a home against Miami.
Oh yeah,
I doubt tickets will be any cheaper. And yes, I say it's better to get him season tickets for next year.
that's a good point.
On the
There's a
Messi
good
thing.
chance we get Miami here.
Yep. The Messi
I
thing.
think just the Messi effect, huh? The Messi
Yep.
effect is just gonna be like, yo, you know what? I'll pay it. It's gonna be worth it because you're gonna get half of that back
If you
with
sell
just
it.
that one game.
Yeah, and those tickets are probably gonna go for almost any team. Are probably gonna go for 200, probably cheapest.
Nah,
And then the day of, more expensive. But
yeah,
yeah, I think cheapest are gonna be 200.
In other words, I'm gonna buy a second set of season tickets. Basically,
No,
make
just-
a little-
and you got the
Switch
Leva
one of
games,
yours.
you know, which is like another 10 games. So
the Leva games are fucking. I don't know why they're expensive.
Well, because they're Levas. I don't know. Anyway, Logan Jones on Instagram. At this point, why watch the Galaxy?
Because we already subscribed to Apple TV. Fuck it.
Porque somos masoquistas.
That one.
I
too?
guess put your scouting hat on. Start looking at who you should and shouldn't keep.
Yeah.
true.
I mean, set your expectations reasonable.
A little bit less than okay.
Yeah. A little bit less than okay.
Through the Moore's lens, are all the reinforcements from G2 for now?
B Boots, whatever his name is, he's
B-Boot.
one.
Judd.
Technically.
Cuevas.
They got that other guy. I forgot his name. They announced him last week. Another Latino guy. He had time with the youth.
Oh, Andre.
That's him.
No, what the fuck was that?
Cervantes,
Is that his name?
No, Hernandez.
is a midfielder.
These fools are all racist, bro.
Hey, you said Latino, so
Lopez. No.
Next question.
I'm adding to the racism. Stay in trucha. Alvarez over Cuevas.
Which Alvarez?
Chicken nugget, I guess.
You're not talking about Efra.
There's no way.
Absolutely not.
100% no.
Please find help.
Center
Please
back
stop.
Alvarez.
If that's a real opinion, please stop doing what you're doing and find help.
Aaron San. Do we need to sign a center back ASAP? And that does it for the questions, which
The
is
center back-
perfectly ended because I'm going to go ahead and say yes over a forward.
What's your I guess
Your emergency signing that
yes,
you
what
need?
is your first I guess
Priority?
in order what you're signing first? What position?
I would say center back. A center back that you could sign next season to maybe a 3-year that you could have Jalen grow next to. After that, you go Cam. After that, you got wing, and then you finish off with a forward. You
know-
solidify the back first, and then go up from there.
I'm gonna answer it this way. So we need that Kuntz magic for the center back position. I think you go find and trade for him, right? You might have to give up a little bit more than you want to. Just make sure he's not a DP, right? If it's like 10 money center back, cool. Or one more than capable to play center back. Reggie Cannon is a free agent. Sorry, not Reggie Cannon. Reynolds. Reynolds is
No,
is
it's Richie Cannon.
Is Reggie Cannon?
Yeah,
Who's
from
Reynolds?
Boa Vista
Yeah, go get him.
in Portugal. Yeah. Well, I mean that is his rights anyways, though, right?
No, it goes through the stupid allocation, I think, because he's technically
so
a
you-
national team player coming back to the league.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I think, right, Edgar? Do you know how the funky ass rules work?
Adrian Gonzalez.
Thank you.
I mean, it's like a not a lottery, but it's like a, what is it? You get your allocation and then you use it. You get dropped to the bottom,
Yeah,
and then whoever is up next. So
but for me, that's a good option. I say go get him. He's American.
And he could play right back too. So
Yeah. But
I guess. So you're saying center back first for sure.
still
I guess it
question.
depends because we still have Sega on the roster.
Yeah, and you still have Jalen. Mavinga is doing okay. It's
Well, he
it's
cost
it's
us
it's
that one
just
goal, man.
Yeah.
it's who's available. That's the name of this game, right? It's if there's a forward available now that's gonna be worth it, you go after him first. If there's a center back that's available now that's worth it, you go after him first.
I mean, I guess it also depends on what the LA Galaxy wants to accomplish this season.
You know
Are they
what?
really trying to get to that ninth spot?
You know what? Let me cut you off real quick. We really, if I really think about it, after what I've been seeing the way Judd is filling his, and how Liram and Mavinga are filling their roles, and we still don't have Jalen and Sega, which are coming back. I think forward first. I think there's a lot. We have a lot of center backs that we're still gonna have at the end of the day, and then Liram is not a bad option either, and he's not gonna be a starter.
Are you
So
basing that off the last two performances against two really bad teams?
forwards too. That's
Oof,
same thing.
yeah.
I'm
Kansas
basing the
City
forwards off
was-
the same performances.
Yeah,
If
but we're
anything,
talking
the
about-
forwards should be eating up these weak ass defenders for lunch too, but they're not.
No, but Kansas City and Colorado are two teams that rely heavily on their defense, and because they don't have a lot of attacking punch. We talked about that. Remember, we talked about how Colorado they started off okay, and then Jack Price went down, and same thing with Kansas City. They started off okay, and then Johnny Russell got hurt. I think at some point, and that's one thing. I mean, if there's anything Galaxy has had going for them this whole season, it's just that defense in the midfield has been able to keep things from getting out of hand in most games, but they just haven't been able to score. But now you got your main center back going down. That has to be a priority, especially because we talk about Chris Mavinga. He is doing okay. Yeah, fine. No, he gave up a goal. That one goal against Kansas City. And who do you got after that? I mean, Sega's made of cotton candy. That dude, he'll come back, for a couple games, then he'll trip over a rock and he's done for the season. And then you got Eric, como mis pupusas con tenedores y cuchillos. Zavaleta. No, I'm sorry, Eric Zavaleta.
Zavaleta.
Man, then you gotta find somebody else. I wish MLS would invest more in quality defenders, but it just so happens in this league that if you happen to get one, you hold on to them for dear life because they're so hard to come by. Damn, and all that talk about Josie went away, right?
No, Josie is in for Eddie, according to his.
No.
We need a
Ooh,
forward.
Let's go.
No.
I tell you one thing: he finishes that ball that Ricky plays him in Colorado.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
Then why isn't he in any MLS team if he's
Exactly.
serviceable
They got
forward?
Bobby Wood, bro. Damn,
Damn, Bobby
Nah,
Wood,
but
4 goals
still.
in 6 games, man.
Bobby. I wish a person would.
When have
Wish
you
a
ever
person
seen?
would.
When have you ever seen Bruce let a person go like that? One of his players that he thinks can help him,
He let the
even
whole
if he's
team
on the
go.
bench. Even if he's on the bench.
He let a whole championship team go, bro.
Yeah, what do you mean?
No, I mean as a free agent, like he just bought,
Yeah.
like he just let them buy him out.
No, that
When was
is
the last
weird.
time he did something like that? Not
also-
with somebody, not with somebody who's talented, who still has it and is still able to produce. At
There has to
least
be
from
there
a
has to be
bench-
something
from a
personal
bench.
there too.
Yeah,
Which the only reason I'm kind of okay with taking that chance. One of it's cheap, too, and it's Greg Vanny, one of the people that got the best out of him at the club level.
okay. Well, I still say forward first. Center backs, I think we have enough at least to finish off the year. I think so. I mean, Martin's got to this spot. I think he's going into the season injury list pretty soon. Are you going to spend that roster spot on another center back when you have 4 that you might be having? I mean, that's the question I'm assuming the guys you have right now that
Yeah.
they're trying to figure out.
The tinkering goes back to the tinkering.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be interesting for Greg Vanny and company to try to figure this out.
So,
There's a lot of needs.
Something that Willis mentioned, and I guess we could kind of end with this. It's not official, and there's like not necessarily any reason to put him on there because he could technically come back. But Martin Cáceres in the season ending injury list. I mean, what is it? 2 to 5 months, or 3 to 5 months?
3 to
5
5.
5 months.
So, the season technically can be a wrap by then, right? If the Galaxy's allowed to do it, I would say they should. One at his age too, with that kind of injury, I don't think he's gonna hit the ground running when he comes back, and he's gonna be a step slower than everybody else. So
And the thing is, they have to do it before they open the transfer window, right?
Yeah.
They have to put him on there before.
Yep.
So they got a couple days to do it.
In my opinion,
Fit.
yeah. In
Well,
my
I mean, we
opinion,
got Connecta, so all the doctors are there. We'll figure it out.
so in my opinion is I think that's it. Like it's this season is gonna go
As a
either
wash.
totally south, or there's gonna be this amazing spark. In order to have that amazing spark, you have to have that space to make that move, right? Cáceres opens an international slot and a decent, size of money. Same thing with Chicha. So now you have two, potential game changers or big moves that you can make.
Yeah.
And you give Will Kuntz the space to operate now, which he didn't have when he first came in. So I would say do it. I don't think he's going to help us much when he comes back at that point of the season. I don't think there's enough time for him to bounce back.
If we even get that far.
I mean, yeah, if we even get that far. If there's a chance, then you should do it now. If the organization actually believes that there's a chance, they should do it now.
Yeah. No, I agree.
We'll see. I think we're good.
That's all you have?
Yeah.
Nobody's going to say otherwise or anything?
Nah, man,
we
that game
can
took everything out of us, bro.
Damn.
It's just how the season has gone. Hasn't been a great season. The only positive we've had this season was Klein being out. That's the only thing we could really been able to cheer for. Oh, and the U17s win the MLS Next Pro. That's about it.
This is
So
Brian.
I'm good with you with your ideas.
Brian doesn't want it because he wants to keep the forwards, and he's afraid that if we open up that spot,
Yeah, I want to keep Preston Jack.
We
I do.
keep somebody
I really do.
yeah.
Bring me a
gonna say
cam
that.
and a winger. It would be good.
When it comes to like player acquisitions at this stage of the season, you kind of feel like the team is kind of like, their hands are tied, and tied behind their backs, and we heard it before Klein was let go, where somebody said, "Hey, the players that you have, the players you're gonna have to deal with for the rest of the season." But then you start having these injuries popping up, and then you gotta do something, because otherwise, it's like a sinking ship, right? It's just gonna take on more water as the season progresses, and then before you know it, it's gonna sink completely. And any kind of positive you're gonna try to get out of the season, it's gonna be completely overwhelmed. So, but the thing is that we're not looking at these possible replacements with any kind of sort of real optimism. It's more like, who can we get that can do that? Just enough of a job where we have a forward or a center back that can just line up and do the bare minimum that the other guys did before them. And that's where you really hope against all hope that the guy that you already have on roster can somehow find something that they didn't have before and step up and do something impossible and make the team better than it is right now. But it's hard it's rare to see a player suddenly catch fire in the middle of the season when all along they haven't been doing that. It's not like we're going to see Efra all of a sudden, start to, go nuts. Or, the only case would probably be Costa, but that's because we didn't really see him for the first half of the season. So, who knows? Johnny Russell coming here would be amazing. That'd be a huge positive, but is it going to happen? I don't know.
He told me, he winked at me.
He winked at me, bro.
I don't take that lightly. All right. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in live. We appreciate you guys being on here with us on this Sunday night. Make sure to hit like, subscribe. We're still trying to get to 1K. What is it?
We
1K
are
for 1K?
44
44
subscribers.
44 subscribers.
44. We're almost there, guys.
Go
Almost
make
there.
those. Go make those bots. Go make those burner accounts.
You want
Subscribe.
the keg or not?
Yeah, 1K for one keg.
Yeah,
Let's go.
There's
A million
about
on
20
the chat
people
right
in here. You know, just each of you make 2 accounts. A couple you need to make 3, and we're there.
now. Yeah,
That's it.
1K for one.
Just don't delete your accounts, because then we're back where we started. No, but yeah, we're still trying to get there. So like, share, subscribe, whatever helps us. If you're trying to find me on any social media, you can find me as The Real LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah!
As Eddie Nags, Brian.
You can find me as Bryant Nags on Instagram and Twitter. And if you're listening to this on the audio version only, we encourage you to come to the live chat. People like to talk a lot of shit, which is fun. And you get to see our stupid faces, or our stupid movements, and our stupid videos.
And videos.
Videos
They
with no
have
audio.
the audio.
No audio. Edgar?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram as Edgar Nags. By the way, I'm gonna be out for the next couple weeks. I'm going to North Carolina and then Georgia. So next Saturday, I'm actually gonna be at that doubleheader, Haiti, Honduras, and USA
nice.
versus Trinidad and Tobago at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Nice.
So I'm gonna meet the guys from the CLT FC Fan TV. I'm gonna meet some other guys, some podcasters from Atlanta that are also traveling up for the game. So it's gonna be nice. I'm gonna get to meet some nice people, and I'll see if maybe I can get on. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. But if not, I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support, and thanks to everybody that came up and said hi on Wednesday. I mean, it's a beautiful family, and we love you guys so much. Not just me, but everybody here. We all love you guys.
Yep, 100%.
Thank you.
Great shirt, by the
what's
way,
up, man.
Edgar.
That's what's up.
Go ahead, Willis.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter. Willis_89. That's about it. Just Twitter.
He will not reply. Spam
I
that
will
fool.
not.
Spam that fool. That is at
Spam me.
Willis
Spam me with the bots.
WILUS_89.
Spam him.
Spam it up.
Chiasso.
You guys can find me as Chavez JA, Chavez Ha on all my social media. Pretty easy, pretty simple.
Cool. So that's pretty much going to do it for us here. Again, thank you everyone for tuning in. If you see us on Saturday, mind your business. For Bryant, Edgar, Willis, Bryant, I said Bryant,
Yeah, I think so.
Chewy, birthday boy. He's going to be hurting. Might not be here next week. We'll excuse him if he's not. We'll get up out of here. Till next time.
Keep on nagging.
Yeah.
Oh.
Keep on nagging.
Nagging.
Yeah!